If you've been keeping up with the internet for the last couple of days, you might have been able to connect a couple of dots to a book called 1984. Now, if you're 24 years old and you don't read books like I do, 1984 paints a bleak reality that nothing is private anymore. Free will is illegal, and free speech is heavily censored. Even just thinking about something, bad or good, would basically consider you enemy of the state. If the world went full 1984 tomorrow, all your favorite YouTubers wouldn't exist. My small little corner in the internet wouldn't exist. Your favorite books, movies, TV shows, what have you, would never exist. Now, thank God we don't live in a world like that, right? We live in a world where I can go up to my 47th president and say, "Fuck you, you orange paint fat ass motherfucker." It might not be the most polite way of saying it, but at least I won't be in the back of the shed with half my head missing. The worst that can ever happen to a comment like that is people just look at me with a disapproved face. And maybe Trump will reply, "Well, you're a bigger fat ass than I am, fat ass, you motherfucker dick sucker." And I feel like that's the way the world should be. But the more years that keep flying by, the more that 1984 becomes more realized, with stuff like the UK trying to practically censor the entire internet, and also trying to pass new laws that make it where they can read your private messages, or payment processors who deny access to your hard-earned money due to reputation risk. The things that are happening in the United Kingdom, in my best British voice, I think it's absolutely rubbish, and whoever's running the United Kingdom over there is an absolute wanker. But we're not talking about the United Kingdom, we're talking about payment processors. Because what Trump just did pretty much saved video games from being censored.
Financial institutions have engaged in unacceptable practices to restrict law-abiding individuals and businesses' access to financial services on the basis of political or religious beliefs or lawful business activities. It is a policy of the United States that no American should be denied access to financial services because of their constitutionally or statutorily protected beliefs, affiliations, or political views, and to ensure that politicized or unlawful debanking is not used as a tool to inhibit such beliefs, affiliations, or political views, removing reputation risk and politicized or unlawful debanking. Within 180 days of the date of this order, each appropriate federal banking regulator shall, to the greatest extent permitted by law, remove the use of reputation risk or equivalent concepts that could result in politicized or unlawful debanking. Scrutinizing politicized or unlawful debanking. Within 180 days of the date of this order, the Secretary of the Treasury, in consultation with the Assistant to the President for Economic Policy, shall develop a comprehensive strategy for further measures to combat politicized or unlawful debanking activities of financial regulators and financial institutions across the federal government, including consideration of legislative or regulatory options to eliminate such debanking.
So basically, everything that they were doing to Steam when it came to taking down incest games and taking out just games that don't even have any adult content, it's something that they can't do anymore in the United States. And if these payment processors keep doing this, they will get fined by the US government, which is something we needed 2 weeks ago, but I'm glad it's here anyway. Now, there is certain things still going on, especially with what I said with the UK government and the whole censoring of the internet. But I would say this is probably the only good news that we've had for the last 2 weeks. It seemed like these governments, these payment processors, and these weird Karen groups, like Collective Shit, everybody was hopping on the censorship train like they did back in the day with the Charleston. And every gamer that I can think of was shaking in their boots, mainly because all of us that had a brain knew this was gonna go after the games we like to play. It was stupidly fucking obvious, because once they went after these weird incest games, they were gonna go after games like Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, anything that had a fucking AR-15 in it. And it was gonna go after stuff that's remotely adult, like smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and taking drugs. This kind of lines up to what I was saying when I made this video, why censoring public voice chat is dangerous. And I pretty much said why censoring everything would be a big problem. Because if they ban the word fuck, then you can't say fuck, so you gotta say shit. And if you ban shit, well shit, I can't say shit anymore, so I guess I have to say dick. If they ban dick, it's like, oh well dick, I can't say dick anymore. Well, I guess I could say crap, but crap is banned now, and I can't say that now. And then before you know it, you get to the point where you can't say fucking nothing. That's the way I looked at video games when I first heard Steam was being taken hostage. Because I said, shit, they fucking banned GTA 6. Now, what else am I gonna play? Call of Duty? Oh, well, shit, they fucking banned Call of Duty. Well, shit, I guess I'll play fucking Battlefield. Oh, shit, they fucking got rid of fucking Battlefield. You see how this problem always spirals down to the toilet bowl? because if we keep letting it go all the way down to the toilet bowl, we would get to the point where every game has to be like My Little Pony's Adventure. Then we would have a vote if My Little Pony's a little too much, and then we'd try to censor that too. The thing about free speech and free will, that there's always going to be risk. There's always a risk that you're going to offend someone. There's always a risk that your actions can fuck up somebody else. But it's either that or super sanitized censorship, where everything is made out of fucking bubble wrap, and you can't say this and you can't say that because you might offend certain people. It's basically how I felt when I thought about doing YouTube again. There was one time I said I don't think I'd be able to do YouTube because it would just take like 2 days and I'd get canceled. But it was either that or do nothing. So I chose to do YouTube. Huge risk, but this is just what I want to do. And I understand the whole point of protecting kids, but I shouldn't have to give up mine or your privacy to keep kids away from rated M games like Grand Theft Auto or on the internet. We should teach parents to be parents and hope that they do what's right for the child, not allocating responsibility to the UK government or the US government. Now, if you can excuse me, I'm gonna go play the Battlefield open beta. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about all this, and I'm out.